All right, Charlotte and Will, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it.
Of
Greatly
course.
appreciate it. I know you guys are really busy, so I'm glad you guys hopped on just for a brief moment to just chat about like, how long you've been working with me and kind of just, your experiences with me, so on and so forth. So
Mhm.
I don't remember when we started working together. Was it like
I think it was in like January of this year, so about
January?
11, almost 11 months ago, or
Yeah,
almost at a year.
Has it been that long already?
I know.
Mhm.
Hard to believe. I think you met with Charlotte in December, and then I really joined in. Charlotte convinced me because at the time it took convincing for me to get back into working out uh,
Uh,
in January of last year.
gotcha. So, and you guys, if I remember correctly, you guys had slightly different goals because Charlotte wanted to lose weight, but you were just like general fitness.
I just wanted a beach body, I guess. I don't know.
Well, at first we were like, I'm happy with how I
Yeah.
look, and it was more so just to support my like fat loss goals. But I think as we started working more together, you kind of got like addicted.
Yeah, I definitely got addicted, and then I think I realized, especially in retrospect, that I had started to I guess blow up a little bit too. Like I just started to I bought pants that were a size bigger for the first time, like in December. Not blow up, but
Like get bigger, yeah,
I started to get a little bit bigger. Yeah, like
yeah,
I bought pants that were a little bit bigger for the first time in December, and especially looking back now at pictures from around last fall, I feel like my face looks entirely different. So I think it's just kind of an ego thing for me to
oh yeah, yeah,
get into it a little bit.
for sure. And then like it wasn't a short process though, right? Like, because I remember Charlotte when you initially started working with me, your goal was like a few months, 15 pounds. You wanted it to be a really like quick process,
Yeah.
which
Which
went,
is what I was used to. I feel like
yeah.
just, every time I had tried to lose weight when I was younger, it was so easy. And then obviously, like with the Hashimoto's and just a more sedentary lifestyle, I feel like it was just longer than I thought it was going to take to actually see results.
Yeah.
But it
But
was,
fast forward 11 months later, you're
yeah,
down 14.1, was it?
yeah, about that. Like
14.1.
almost
Okay.
15
So,
pounds. And
and surprisingly, and it hasn't slowed down. So,
no, honestly, it's like sped up. I feel like for the first few months, I didn't lose a single pound. Actually, it was like gaining weight, but my pictures looked so different. Like my weight was the same, but my pictures looked completely different. And then it was like 1 month, my body was just like, all right, we're good to like start dropping the
yeah,
lbs. So
yeah.
yeah,
And
I can
then,
really stop.
Will, Will, for you, it was more so just like pure size for the most part. Like,
Kind of like I lost, I want to say like 6 pounds in maybe the first 6 months that we were working together, and then kind of like gained it back. But it's very clear from pictures that that gain back has been all just muscle
lean
mass,
muscle,
really.
yeah,
So I mean, my net weight hasn't really changed, but I mean, like I said, just looking back at pictures of even just my face from almost a year ago
yeah.
now, just
And like,
entirely
yeah,
different.
exactly. I mean, like the weight on the scale isn't representative of, as I've told you guys, isn't representative of what's actually going on because I've had clients in the past that have gained weight, but their body composition is changing. Their waist is getting smaller. For guys, chest, arms, shoulders are bigger. For women, butt is bigger, waist is leaner, so on and so forth. So sweet. So like to summarize, so basically you guys are in the right direction. You guys are pretty happy with everything that I've had to offer, even though like all I've done is just basically just guide you guys. Like I'm not the one like doing the work. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and
everything,
I want to just jump in too. Like, besides just like I guess the physical gains that we've both seen now, I think that just mentally, I've seen such a drastic shift over the last year or so. I mean, I was never a morning person at all, and I had tried to get up, self-motivate to get to the gym in the morning because I have a busy schedule with my work life.
Yep.
And that was the only way for me to really be consistent. And I just couldn't do it. And it took until, working with you to actually make that happen. And now that that has happened, I'm actually just so much more alert, happy, ready to go in the morning when I do get to work, even if I am, waking up an hour earlier. I did shift to going to bed an hour earlier, but if I were to be losing an hour of sleep, I think that the net gains of just being active in the morning has done a lot for me mentally, as well as the obvious physical pluses.
Yeah, and I think like the consistency is so much easier to achieve when you go into the gym and you don't have any questions about what you're going to be doing that day, and you don't have to kind of do the research yourself and make, a plan for yourself. If I just, waking up and going to the gym and knowing I'm opening up the app and my workout's like set and ready for me
Mhm.
with my goals in mind has just been really helpful to just establish that consistency. And like Will said, now I would, even on days where I'm not lifting or working out, I still like to wake up at the same time and like go for a walk or just be active and keep that consistency in my schedule because we've like created these habits together.
Good. Good. Glad to hear. All right. Well, so what's your plans going forward now that you've gotten this far? Like, what do you project for yourselves in the next like 6 to 8 months?
I full steam ahead for me, honestly. Like I am just I think the way that I've been working with you and like losing weight over time has been so achievable and like a long-term lifestyle change. So for me, it's like there's moments where or times where I can put in a little more effort, and then there's times where I might have to take my foot off the gas a bit. But I think at the end of the day, I know that I'm gonna get where I want to go. So I'm happy with all the progress we've made, and I want to just kind of continue with the path that we're on, which is flexible with my lifestyle, but also allows me to achieve my goals.
And for you, Will?
Yeah, I mean, very similar. It's kind of ironic. I mean, last year I was happy with where I was, right? And now I'm definitely very happy, but I can see that I'm progressing, and if I continue to work, that I will continue to progress. So I know that, if I keep on working, keep on grinding, even at this, very consistent pace that we've kind of found ourselves in over the last few months, that I will just continue to progress and be even happier with the way that I look this time next year too.
Yeah, who knows, a year from now, we'll be
Exactly.
looking back and being like, look at all the progress we've made
Yeah.
since then, and
Yeah,
you're feeling like we had made a bunch of progress at that point. So it's a good
yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's pretty much all the questions I had to ask.